Hey guys, it's Rock the Jake, and welcome to another episode of Game and Think, the show that brings the lesser heard thoughts of a gamer to the front of your attention. Today we're going to be talking about the mechanic of high jumping. Basically, here's the thought. Can high jumping be more fun than flying? And I don't mean flight by vehicles, I mean flying humans. It may seem silly to ask this question. Humans have always wanted the ability to fly. That's why we have planes, and that's why people still want hoverboards and jetpacks. But what if we had the ability to travel by vast high jumps? Well, let's talk about flying in video games for a second. There are some games that handle character flight well, such as Journey and Dragonball Raging Blast or Budokai 3. In Journey, the more scarf pieces you collect, the higher and longer you can fly. Because of the way the character moves during flight, it's very visually appealing and rewarding. In the aforementioned Dragon Ball games, flying in the overworld or in a fight feels good and natural to fighting. But flight is a tricky mechanic to pull off. Take Superman 64, for example. Yes, this game is awful for many reasons, but we're going to be talking about flight here. The flying in Superman feels loose and sloppy and is very much rage-inducing. Flight can be done right, but it's an odd mechanic to adjust to and get the hang of. Now, let me explain why I think the mechanic of high jumping can be very fun. Part of the fun actually comes from the limitations of gravity. Weird, right? It feels like a slap in the face to gravity, saying, hey, you can affect me, but not as much as you would like to. As far as the travel aspect of it, it allows you to have very quick perspective changes and allows you to cover a lot of ground really quickly. One game that shows this technique very well is The Incredible Hulk Ultimate Destruction. The player can jump incredibly high in this game and, because it's the Hulk, cause big damage. It feels good to jump great distances as the Hulk and just smash everything to pieces. Another game that shows this technique pretty well is Ultimate Spiderman. It came out after Spider-Man 2, and the new web-swinging mechanic was used here for Spider-Man. But it was an interesting move making the traveling methods for Spidey and Venom different. Spidey swings, but Venom high jumps, and it feels good. He can move very quickly across ground, which makes for fun and interesting chase sequences, either as or against Venom. A current generation game that also has high jumping is Prototype. It's worth noting that this game puts a nice little spin on the high jump mechanic, in that once you do a jump, you can start gliding afterwards. The more you play the game, the more your traveling abilities increase as well, with forward boosts and more gliding. The traveling in Prototype really helps make the player feel powerful, whether it's bowling through people on the street level, or jumping and gliding away. Now, just as flying has its problems, high jumping has its own problems as well. If the mechanic isn't handled right, it can make the character go way too far, or not far enough. It could also cause the character to travel way too fast and end up missing important objectives and checkpoints, all because of awkward momentum. And yet still, even in the possible mess-ups of the mechanic, you can still have a lot of fun with it. In the end, high jumping is a mechanic that has the potential for a lot of fun gameplay. And in the future, it'd be great to see new improvements and innovations for both high jumping and flying. Maybe even something that combines them seamlessly together. Well, I've got to get going. I've got some thinking to do. Peace out. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. I feel like high jumping is a mechanic that doesn't really get to be talked about a lot, so I really wanted to make this video and talk about just how fun it can be. If you want to check out some more of my videos, there's two down below. One's the first episode of Game & Think, and the other is my most recent drum cover, which got over 1,000 views at the time of this recording. That's awesome! If you like the video, please share it around, and thank you again so much for watching. And also, thank you to my friend Patrick Long for getting me the footage of Journey, because I had no way of getting it at the time. Again, thank you so much for watching. Please share this video around if you like it, and have an awesome day.